Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and welcome to the crash course for the leader. Today we're going to talk about his ability upgrades, isolate classes, overall investment, and that way you can make a more informed decision when you unlock him, whether with his offers today or down the line via his free-to-play event unlock. I'll also tell you what my plan is, and then at the end I'll do a quick recap. That way you have a little, it all packaged at the end, but if you want the discussion, it's here. So let's look at the abilities first. Before I start though, I want to say I do have an infographic for this, so if you want to have that handy, I'll put it in the video description, so click that link. And if you want more infographics, I post everything down there as well. I'll have a link for that, so check it out. Alright, the leader's passive. It's a chunky passive. 2 steps ahead. On spawn, he's going to gain 3 evade, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all villain allies. Already, that's like speed bar fuel for Super Scroll. On spawn and on turn, gain +1 charged, up to a maximum of 50, for every ally with a different class, for every Cabal ally, and then for every hero enemy, he's going to gain 2 charge instead. When this character or any Cabal ally drops below 50% health for the first time, he's going to have some reflexive support. For every 5 charge, this is important, he gains crit chance, damage, and block chance for himself and all villain allies, not just Cabal. This is very big. Giving 50% crit chance and damage to somebody like Kang, Apocalypse, Skrull, Morgan Le Fay, compounded with the 50% general damage buff from Iron Patriot. That's only in Crucible. This is everywhere. I think this is going to be a versatile character. Alright, that said, he doesn't spawn with the 50 charges. He's going to ramp up to it. And there are characters that clear all charges, so you can like build up 50 charges over like 3 turns, 4 turns, I don't know, and then somebody clears all of it, it's all gone. It's a possibility, but it's everywhere and it's all villains, so I think that's a nice balance. Anyway, he has the max health and armor passive. He gives it to villain allies in Crucible, not just Cabal. His T4 upgrade adds safeguard on spawn to self and all Cabal allies, and then until he takes a turn, on any enemy turn, he's gonna give barrier to self and all villain allies. I think that's very nice. That's like a part of what Cosmic Ghost Rider does, sort of. Anyway, it's protection. It's a slower team, so that he's protecting the team. In Crucible, if he has 2 or more Cabal allies, enemies with vulnerable cannot gain safeguard. That is huge. Alright, if this was just the apply safeguard on spawn, it would have been an easy no-brainer. If it was just that last line, preventing safeguard, again, easy no-brainer. We have both of those. This is a very, very fantastic upgrade. Essential as essential as it gets. So yes, go for it. Upgrade the passive. Alright, on turn 1, he's going to have his special, so we're going to start with that one, Seek and Destroy. It's on a 5-turn cooldown. Apply 3 regeneration to self and all villain allies, heal self and all allies. Attack primary target, call 1 villain ally with the highest damage who doesn't have assist now. So somebody like Iron Patriot's always going to gain assist on Cabal ally turn, so he's already going to have the assist, so he's not wasting this call out. Or if you have Nebula, who also might have assist now for him, he's not going to pick her either, so it's nice that it's specified. To attack the primary target, that ally gains extra damage. If he has 2 or more Cabal allies, he's going to extend all buffs on self and all Cabal and villain allies. That's beautiful. That would include safeguard. Anyway, and then he's gonna call 2 villain allies instead if you do the T4 upgrade. That's really nice. More damage. And then in Crucible, he's gonna apply Safeguard to self and all villain and gamma allies. I think again, applying Safeguard, essential. That additional villain assist is very nice. I wouldn't have called it an essential one for that, but that Safeguard, yes, essential. Now I want to see when I hit the upgrade button if he applies the Safeguard before or after the extension, because that'll be really fantastic. He applies the Safeguard before the extension, so it's 2 turns of Safeguard that you're getting. This is again an easy no-brainer upgrade. All right, turn 2, Mind Over Matter. It's his ultimate. This is on a 7-turn. It's a 7-turn ability. Starts with 5. Apply speed up for 2 turns and 2 counter to self and all villain allies. Amazing. Attack primary and adjacent. Barrier self and all villain allies. Generate 1 ability energy for all Cabal allies. In Crucible, generate an additional ability energy to all villain allies. Clear revive. That's the ability, and then the T4 is gonna clear revive once from primary and adjacent. And then add more damage, and he's gonna generate 3 ability energy instead. Considering this is on turn 2, he's gonna go after a lot of big abilities have already been exhausted. And if you don't do the upgrade, he's gonna give, and I'm talking Crucible here, he's gonna give 2 energy, which is great. If you do the upgrade, he's gonna give 5 energy, so people can go back to their ultimates, their specials. Yes. And then the revive once from primary and adjacent, not just primary. Yes. This is an amazing upgrade. Sorry. It's 3 and 3. So in Crucible, he gives 6 energy. Alright, I think just amazing. All of these abilities so far have been essential. It's an expensive character, but here we go. Basic. Calculated shot. Attack the primary. Heal self and all villain and gamma allies. Clear 1 debuff from self and all villain allies. When this character performs an ISO 8 attack, he's gonna flip 2 debuffs into buffs on self and all Cabal allies, and he's gonna gain stealth for 2 turns. This is in addition to the clearing 1 debuff from all villains. So he's gonna clear the debuff from all villains, and he's gonna clear flip 2 additional debuffs on Cabal allies. And then the T4 upgrade gets an assist from a Cabal or a Gamma ally. This one does not exclude the ones that already have assists now, but I think that's okay. It's not an essential one this time, but it's a very nice one. I think, yeah, it's a very nice upgrade. I would recommend it, but we've already gone many T4s in, and we already built the other characters, so this one you could hold off on, but it's a very, very nice upgrade. Alright, let's go back. Let's talk about ISO 8 classes. I think my approach to this team is leader as a striker, and then basically everybody else as raiders, both Namor and Iron Patriot, as well as the villains that you bring in. I love the basic, the buff clear, the heal, the flip. I think this is a very nice ISO 8 attack, and it bolsters his position as the support of this team. You might want to go with a more offensive approach, and it's very valid to go striker on Iron Patriot and or Namor. That's up to you. My recommendation is going to be he is the striker. Those guys are the raiders. Because they compound with the Raider crit damage boost from the leader's passive. So with Raider, they would have 200% crit damage, 90% crit chance. And that I really like that. For him, this guy's not a damage dealer. That's why I want him as a striker, which sounds counterintuitive, but it's not for the damage, but for the effects on his ISO 8 attack. Alright, so striker, Let's go. Why is this is slow? But anyway, striker is my recommendation. I can understand if you want to make him a healer, one of the others a striker, or him a raider. I don't know. I think this is a little more flexible of a team. This is just my recommendation. The leader. If you're going in on this team, if you're big into Crucible, you want to build them. Then, as much as you want, you could stop at 90, gear 17, but the more the merrier, obviously. If you're not into Crucible, you could skip the whole team altogether, and I'm guessing by this point you've already made that decision. I think it's a nice breath of air that we could skip a team. Unfortunately, I'm not skipping. I love Crucible, and I want to be better at it. I've been having a rough patch recently, so I'm hoping this will help me get back on track. So I'm building. As I said, build as much as you want. I think because he's a healer, and like that damage and focus isn't going to be as important. You could stop at gear 17, level 90, or you could take him up to Dark Dimension 7, which leads me into what I'm going to do. As I said, I'm going to build him. I'm actually going to buy his offer. It's the final in the series of the Mephisto costumes. I got suckered into it. I felt the FOMO and I fell for it. It's been awful because these past couple months I've only been able to buy the character offers instead of like passes, which have resources. So I've been like dry of gold, and it's been hard to continue in the game. Whereas if I had waited to buy the passes, which is the logical thing to do, instead of the character offers, which just give shards, then I would have had resources to build characters. Anyway, that's my little situation. Anyway, but this is the final one. After this, I'm gonna go back to spending less, and if I do, it's on a pass. Alright, so I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna build him to gear 18 within a week, probably sooner. And then, what else? I'm gonna make him a striker. And, yes, I'm considering right now, I don't know yet, but I'm considering taking all three of them to Dark Dimension 7 Global. There are three characters that all take different origin types. I think that's very valuable. So they're a high consideration for me. Obviously, it's still a long ways out, so I've time to adjust my plans. I'm not pre-equipping anything, and many more characters will come. They love adding global characters, so I'm sure we'll have like 3 more global teams by the time I can enter. So for now, I think they're a strong consideration, but we'll see. Alright, that was long-winded of what I'm gonna do. Let's do the quick recap. The leader, special, ultimate, passive, all essential upgrades. I would start with the passive probably. The basic is a very nice one, but not necessarily absolutely needed. Isolate class, my recommendation is going to be striker. And then if you're building this team, build him up. Because he's the support, you can stick to level 90. But if you build more, you'll get more out of it. That about wraps it up. Be sure to check out the infographic in the link below. Let me know what your plans are for him. Do you like that he has the gamma tag? I'm kind of excited about it. He has some gamma synergy. What do you think about that? He can go into the Red Hulk saga. That's interesting. Anyway, let me know what you think, what your plans are, and thank you for going over this with me. I hope to see you in the next one.